I've been walking down this road for about 35 years now, and I can tell you it's been one hell of a ride. And I've been carrying my father's words that he said to me: learn to be wise, walk with integrity, and be honest. And I can hear my grandma say, child, I've got nothing to give to you, but may God be with you in that distant land. Yeah. I am an African girl. Well, I know where I'm coming from, and I know who I wanna be. I am trying to defy everything they said of us, we who have chocolate skin. In the back of my mind, all I can hear,
Kwa majina naitwa Maasai Daniel, nimetokea Vocational. Kabla sijafika hapa nilikuwa jirani na Ricky. Siku moja niliwaona wanafunzi wenzangu, majirani zangu, wameenda shule. Napelekwa na Ricky shule na wakanishauri na mimi niende nikatafute kama nitapata nafasi ya kusoma. Nikaenda nikamuomba Ricky kama anaweza kunipeleka shule, akasema sawa. Akaongea na wazazi wangu, akanichukua pale kutoka Vocational akanileta Longido. Haja kuanzia Memkwa, kaendelea hapo, ilikuwa 2018, kaendelea kusoma mpaka nikafikia mpaka kwa sasa niko darasa la form 2. Na kitu kilichonifanya mimi niwepo hapa ni wazazi wangu hawakuwa na uwezo kunipeleka shule.
The way I found the girls, I first came here with the intention of doing sustainable projects. I came here 13 years ago. Long story short, I ended up moving to the border in the Maasai land. I had all the Maasai surrounding me, and I used to feed them on my veranda, the girls, and I got to see the poverty, and I especially got to see that the girls didn't get to go to school. The boys got to go to school, usually up to standard 7, but the girls never got to go to school. So I talked to the parents, I talked to the neighbors. Why? Finances. They couldn't afford to send the girls to school, and they saw no advantage because the girls were going to get married anyway and just stay up there and have families. So I started with the first 8 girls were my neighbors from up on the border of Tanzania and Kenya.
Nilikuwa na uoga kwa sababu nilikuwa naogopa niliwaacha wazazi wangu nyumbani, nilikuwa sijui watu ambao ningekuja kuishi nao. Nilijua kabisa kwamba kuna wanafunzi wenzangu ambao walikuwa majirani zangu, wengine ndugu nilikuwa naishi nao, niliwajua ndio, lakini kama walezi nilikuwa siwafahamu. Kwa hiyo nikajua kwamba itakuwa vigumu kwangu kuja kukaa nao au lugha itakuwa shida. Nilijua kwamba watakuwa wa kabila lingine.
First thing, we built a compound with security in mind. We have a fence around the entire compound that's electrified and alarmed. We have 24/7 security guards. We have security cameras on all the houses and the common areas. We also have house mothers and social workers who live in the individual houses with the girls. That was the first part. The second part of the security was the model was to make sure that we would be able to maintain this organization into the future. And to do that, we picked this area because of the Ngorongoro Conservation Area. We're close to the tourist area. So we built a tourist lodge. We're building an eco lodge for tourists, and we're building it with the theme of the Maasai theme, since most of our girls here, 85% are Maasai. And so we're building with a Maasai theme where we'll have Maasai cultural events for the tourists when they come and stay in our lodge. All of our girls come to us with very similar problems, either running away from forced marriage, running away FGM, or coming from very impoverished areas. So they can relate to each other, even though they're not all from the same tribe, because of their background and circumstances. And they all tend to help each other with their schoolwork, with their chores, There's very good harmony between the girls. And when the new girl comes in, the older girls always seem to help them get comfortable, because it takes a little bit of time for the new girls. They acclimate from being away from wherever they came from.
Fika hapo nilianza kwa wale ambao nilikuwa nawafahamu, tulikuwa tunacheza pamoja, tunatambulishana, tunamuuliza mwenzako jina, wanakuambia wale ambao tulikuwa tunawafahamu. Halafu tulikuwa tunacheza game ndio ile sana ilikuwa inatuunganisha. Tulikuwa tunacheza wote pamoja, tunafundishwa pamoja, tunafanya kila kitu, na kwenye kula tulikuwa tunakula sehemu moja. Kwa hiyo tukawa kama tunafahamiana kupitia kwenye michezo, kula, kwenye kusoma. Na kitu kingine ni kwamba wote tulikuwa kuanzia wamama waliokuwepo mwanzoni walikuwa tunaongea lugha moja wote, watoto tulikuwa wote tunaongea Kimasai. Kwa hiyo ilikuwa rahisi sisi kuwa pamoja sababu tulikuwa tunafahamiana kupitia kabila, tulikuwa tunaongea lugha moja.
All of our girls go to school. The girls they go to primary school. When they come home, they have tutors that help them with their homework and ensure that they understand what they're doing. We also have tutors for the older girls in the secondary school. Most of our girls, when they came, I think 99% of them came, never been to. Many of them didn't speak Swahili or only spoke Maasai. So we teach them Swahili. We take them to Memqua classes from the government, which is an accelerated program for older girls to catch up to their age mates. Mamoy, who's one of our top students, came to us, and she started in the Memqua program. And I think she was like 12 or 13 when she started. She's now just finished Form 2 and is a Division 1 Form 2 path.
Baada ya kufika hapa, mimi nilianza kufundishwa kwa sababu nilikuwa mkubwa, nilikuwa siwezi kwenda kuanzia madarasa mengine ya chini. Kwa hiyo nilipofundishwa hapa nyumbani, nikapelekwa nikaenda kusomea Memqua, nikaenda kuanzia darasa la Memqua. Kwa Memqua nikasoma darasa la kwanza, la pili na la tatu. Halafu 2019 nikaenda kuanza darasa la 4. Ndio nikaendelea na shule mpaka sasa niko Form 2.
We don't start vocational training just after they finish school. We start them here by teaching them the farm activities. We teach them how to plant the seeds. We teach them how to cultivate. We teach them how to take care of the cows, the pigs, the chickens, and the rabbits. We also teach them sewing if they have an inclination to sew. We have a bakery where we teach them how to bake. We have pasteurizers where we teach them how to pasteurize the milk, not just boil it, make our own butter and our own yogurt. We also have them where they can volunteer to work in the kitchen to learn kitchen duties of chopping the vegetables and cooking the foods.
Asubuhi na mapema saa 12 kamili. Kabla sijashuka kitandani tunasali kwanza na wenzangu. Tukimaliza tunatandika vitanda. Maliza kutandika kitanda. Kama ni siku za Jumamosi tunaenda kufanya kazi za kawaida kama kusaidia jikoni, wengine kucheza, kwenda shambani. Wengine tutakuwa tunajisomea, wengine wanaosoma.
Besides going to school, the girls have chores, daily chores of helping to clean and taking care of themselves. We have a sports field where we teach them football. They have netball, they have volleyball, and basketball that they teach. We have bead making where some of the girls are making beads, where we have Maasai Coco's grandmothers here teaching them how to make beads. And we have others working in the bakery on the weekends. They'll make different breads because they're practicing making the breads.
In the back of my mind, all I can hear are the voices of those who are here, those who've already gone. And I can hear them whispering, what are we told when you go to their land? Please represent us well. And I can hear my grandma say, child, I've got nothing to give to you, but may God be with you in that distant land. I am an African girl. Well, I know where I'm coming from, and I know who I wanna be. I am trying to defy everything they said of us. We who have chocolate skin. I am an African girl. Well, I know where I'm coming from, and I know.
We're a very young organization. We're only, since 2018, we started 6 years ago. We have 2 girls already have graduated out of vocational school, hospitality, and they're working full-time in the hospitality industry, one in Ngorongoro and one in Dodoma. We have other girls who are going to be going to, like Mamoy, who is already finished Form 2, and she was Division 1 in her class. Of our girls, we have over 30 that graduated Standard 7, all with passing grades, B's and C's. All of those girls would have never gone to school if they hadn't come to MGRC. Last year, we had 15 girls in Standard 7. They ranked 1 through 15 in the school. So we were the top 15 out of 87 for the school. One of our girls got an A in the National 7 exam. It's the first A that the Kanini Primary School ever got in the history of the school.
Kitu ambacho najivunia nilichokipata hapa MGRC ni elimu. Hapo kwenye elimu kuna hii elimu ya darasani na kuna elimu ya nje. Nyingine kwenye lugha. Nilikuwa najua tu nafahamu tu Kimasai, lakini hapa sasa hivi shajua lugha kama 2, Kiswahili na English.
What they tell me is they like the fact that they have an opportunity to get an education. That's number 1. Number 2, they get an opportunity to have food, fruits, vegetables, balanced diets, meat 3 times a week. They have an opportunity to have fresh water, have hot water for showers and bathing, and they have a bed with a mattress, which is totally different than out in the bush where there's no electricity, no running water, no dukas, which are shops, and no schools nearby. Additional thing that they like about being here, they get to play sports. They get to be active. We have bicycles for them to ride, which they've all learned how to ride bicycles. We have a sports field where they play football against each other, and we play against other schools. We invite them so they have interactivity with different schools for football, volleyball, netball, and basketball.
I am an African girl. Well, I know where I'm coming from, and I know who I wanna be. I am an African girl. Well, I know where I'm coming from, and I know who I wanna be. I am an African girl. Well, I know where I'm coming from, and I know who I wanna be.